Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage the Senior Vice President and Chief Country Executive, Kirk Robinson.
Good morning. I love that video, and I love that saying, imagine what's next. Think about it. Nothing great happens in business without imagining what can be. Nothing goes into reality until people are thinking, what can we do differently? This morning, I want to talk to you about two topics that tie into imagining what's next. The first one is being comfortable, being uncomfortable. The second one is getting to know your customers at a completely different level. So let's start with the first. Why get uncomfortable? Because we as people and businesses can never achieve our goals unless we get out of our comfort zone. So an example, I moved into my new role of Chief Country Executive for the US 10 months ago. So the announcement goes out, I get some nice emails, some phone calls, congratulations. Then I'm walking down the hall and I bump into somebody and they go, hey, congratulations, Kirk. Well, thank you very much. And they go, man, you must be nervous. And I say, why? And they said, well, the US is such a big part of Ingram and you have to have the vision for 1, 3, 5 years and beyond. And now you're managing all these areas. And I said, well, that's why I'm excited. That's what I've worked towards. We went our separate ways. Later that night at about 2 a.m., straight up in bed, eyes wide open, I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? I don't have a 1, 3, 5-year vision yet, and I'm not clear on all these things I'm managing. I was uncomfortable. But as soon as I was uncomfortable, a comforting thought came over me, and I recognized it, and I said, oh, that's right. This is what I go through whenever I take a new role or a new challenge. I'm going to be uncomfortable for a while. As I learn, I'm going to become an insomniac for a short period of time. And how many of you have not woken up at 2 or 3 in the morning with either a big challenge or, better yet, a massive opportunity? What let me put my head back on the pillow and fall asleep was because I thought about the team I had. I'm fortunate to have the most kick-ass team in the industry, and they have my back. So that was very comforting. Now, there's all sorts of uncomfortable. Let me give you another example. So every year we do a national sales kickoff in Buffalo in about the 3rd week of January. And 3 years ago, we started a charity hockey game at this event. It is so popular, we have to do a lottery for the associates because so many of them want to play. Now, the first year I was thinking, all right, an associate hockey game, we're going to get some people, maybe some rented double-blade skates, take the occasional shot. I was way off. This was the most competitive game. I quickly realized that many of our associates have played Division I hockey. Unbelievable game. Friends got a little chippy, fun to watch. And of course, during the first intermission, our marketing team came up with a great idea called Bowl and Executive. So, fortunate or unfortunate, Paul Bay, my boss, went first. So they put him on that saucer, they give him a helmet, they snap him in, and the 2 associates with that big band you can see, they send him across the ice, and he almost makes it to the inflatable pins that are standing where the net is. Paul gets up, he kicks the pins over, and he goes his way. I walk out there next, and I tell these 2 gentlemen, I go, Adam and Rich, 2 of our associates, I go, hey guys, I'm a little bit bigger than Paul. You may need to give that thing a little better tug. Then they give me a helmet that would have been snug on a 2-year-old. And as you can see, I don't daintily fit in that saucer. Well, they pull me back, and has anybody seen the movie Christmas Vacation, right? Clark Griswold and the saucer, that was me. They pull me back, and I am off. The helmet's gone instantly. What you don't see is me quickly releasing my knees and sprawling. Now, the good news, it was a strike. The bad news, but the good news, 2 associates were behind the pins and stopped me from leaving some permanent damage in that hockey rink. So it's about getting uncomfortable. For me, I had the associates waiting upon me, so that was a level of comfort, and I didn't go right through the boards. Now, I'm talking about being comfortable, being uncomfortable, but you cannot be uncomfortable 24/7. You have to find your comfort zones. For me, it's my family. Because I can go into work, and I can get out of my comfort zone, and I can take risks. And no matter what happens during that day, I can come home to my family. It's all going to be all right. Now, let's face it, none of your company started, or any great company, by you, the leader, getting in a room and saying, all right, we're going to make a big change here. We're going to put a dent in this industry. But what we're going to do, we're going to play it really safe, stay within our comfort zone, and be cautious, right? If you're setting goals, whether it be for yourself or your company, and you're not having that, oh crap moment, then you set the bar too low. Let me give an example of a company I admire. Now, there's a lot of opinions out there on Amazon, but one of the things I always admired about Jeff Bezos is the mantra he holds with his executive team, and he calls it day one. He wants his team to constantly have that feeling of day one, that exciting first day of starting the business. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we are doing at Ingram Micro. We're looking at how do we get uncomfortable? Where do we take the risks? And I'll tell you, here's a great example. Our cloud business. That's where we got uncomfortable and we took risks. And it led to us being the market leader. Nobody has put their money where their mouth is more than Ingram Micro, especially in our cloud business, where we have spent over $500 million to build out our industry-leading platform. Now, today I'm really excited. We have Nimesh Davè coming up shortly to talk to you about the vision for our cloud business, and it's going to allow you to grow your cloud business exponentially by making use of all those dollars that we invested. And you want to talk about getting uncomfortable. Nimesh came into Ingram Micro when the cloud wasn't as defined as it is today. And he stood up in front of our CEO and our board of directors and threw down the gauntlet. If we want to be the leader, like we always do, it's going to take some serious investments. That's getting uncomfortable. Another area where we look to invest, we're constantly investigating and investing in different tech categories. Another example, hybrid IT. Hybrid IT can still be debated on, okay, what is it, and is it just another industry buzzword, like managed services was in the early 2000s, or cloud, right? As soon as I learn what cloud is, I see something the other day about the fog. I'm going to go trademark the word mist. Somehow I'm confident we're going to get to the mist. But in all seriousness, we are investing in hybrid IT. And you're going to hear about that over the course of the next 2 days. We're working with CenturyLink, HPE, and VMware to bring you hosted private cloud in an affordable and accessible way. So please make sure you get to that breakout. Now let's transition to knowing your customers at a deeper level. In my 25 years at Ingram, whether I've been in sales, marketing, vendor management, business intelligence, running divisions, one thing always rings true. People want to do business with people that they like and that they trust. And what that takes is relationships. Can you go back one? So, while we keep an eye on the competition, that's not where we spend the majority of our time. The majority of our time is focusing on our customers. And how do we know you at a deeper level? Enter Project Genome. which you can tell our business intelligence team named. We've looked around at the type of data that we have on our customers, and what we've realized, it's in different areas. It's not tied together. Let me give you an example. The other day, Jen and I, who runs our marketing for the US, Jen and I go and meet with a gentleman named Corey. He's new to the company. He's in the business intelligence team. Corey opens up the meeting by looking at Jen and I and saying, I'm a clinical psychologist. I have a PhD. We instantly look at each other and are like, uh-oh, we better give this guy the right answers. Is he gonna study us? Had a little laugh with him, but then he went into what his background is, and his background is research methodology. How many of you do Net Promoter Scores? Okay, a few of you. We do Net Promoter Score once a year, and that's where you go out and you send surveys out to customers, to vendors, to see, are they a promoter, somebody who's going to tell people do business with your company, or a detractor, somebody who's not going to do that. What we talked to Corey about, and what he's helping us, is we're going to move that from once a year to throughout the year. Not in a bothersome way, but maybe every other month. And instead of a laundry list of questions, just a few questions. But what we're also doing is we're feeding that into our tool that we call IM360, our CRM tool. This will allow our associates to instantly be made aware if somebody is a detractor and make that phone call and find out what's wrong, what can we do to solve it. We looked at our website, we looked at marketing, we looked at the data BI had. And one of the things we're also doing is we created in our CRM tool a list of questions for you, our customers, starting with, how do you identify yourself? Do you call yourself a VAR, a solution provider, an MSP? So example, if you're an MSP, a managed service provider, it's great for us to be able to put that label in our system, but more importantly, the next question is, how much of your business is services? Is it 5% or is it 95%? Because those are two distinct business models, and we should be treating those customers differently to help them with their specific needs. Go even deeper. How much of your services are annuity services? All of these questions designed to help us better understand you and bring you the right programs and solutions that Ingram Micro has. We also have some questions in there to get to know you personally so we can build that relationship. One of the other areas that it's helped us with is the Cisco Partner Now portal. So we listen to our customers, and what we heard was those of you doing business with us with Cisco, it can be complex. The ordering of the products, the services. So we listened and we heard. We actually hired a third party to come in and work with us and apply the lean methodology on our Cisco team. And I'll tell you, it was very uncomfortable because the gentleman we hired came in and basically told our Cisco team, every day your baby's ugly. Because we had applied many processes on how to run that business. Once everybody got over that, they saw the light because the gentleman said, you have a way that you can drive this more efficiently with the use of technology and how you can automate that. And that's what this portal is. Cisco being the first one out. The way we built the portal, it will run across multiple vendors. Now it's taking hundreds of emails and days of phone calls and literally turning it into minutes. We are thrilled with this tool, and I would say make sure you go into the breakouts to get more familiar with it. So you may have a great vision for what you want to do, but maybe you don't have the people. Maybe you don't have the finances. In that case, I want you meeting with our CFO, Anthony Mackel, and Kelly Carter. Anthony's motto is, the only deal I haven't closed is the one that hasn't been brought to me. Maybe you're not clear on the type of solution you need to deliver. Or maybe you just don't know where to start. I'm here to ask you to start with Ingram. Let us be that comfort level for you. as you're out navigating this wild industry we take part in. And I'll leave you with this. There isn't a winner, a champion, or a dominant company that doesn't relentlessly focus on improvement, getting out of their comfort zone, and never being complacent. So over the next 2 days, my ask is let's get a little uncomfortable. Let's get to know each other at a deeper level, and let's grow our business exponentially. Thank you very much. Before I head off, speaking of relationships, hopefully they're in here. Is Larry Heaton in the audience? I hear a clap. Where is he? There's Larry. What about John Azanaro? Where's John? John. So, thank you for the overwhelming claps for Larry and John. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. The reason I asked them to stand is I've had the pleasure of getting to know Larry and John over the years. And it's not just the business that we've partnered, it's the friendships. And it's getting to know people at a deeper level. These two gentlemen, I've been made aware, are retiring. And the respect that they have within their businesses, their customers, the communities they've played a huge piece in is second to none. So I just wanted to say thank you, gentlemen, and nothing but happiness and peace and calmness in your retirement. So congratulations. With that, welcome to Washington, D.C., chock full of history. I was just in New York with the family and got to see Hamilton, so I'm excited to be in D.C. All right, let's roll from there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a very special performance from the Broadway smash hit musical, Ingram One. Every year there's a conference and it's a lot of fun. This year it's here in DC, I'm talking Washington. It's where every mover, shaker, player, big baller, they come to network and maximize and make a dollar. I think you know exactly what this conference is called. We just heard from Kirk Robinson, he's bald. Davè coming up loud and proud. He's gonna fill us in on what's happening in the cloud. The Internet of Things. Hembry's got a new role. Advanced solutions, that would be Eric Cole. Money matters to tackle. We got Mackle. He'll know he is the Ingram Micro CFO. This conference is the best. If you need the evidence, we got the man who wrote In Search of Excellence. Tomorrow morning, who's gonna start off the day? It is the man, the legend, the one, Paul Bay. Well, the word on the web is this conference is insane, man. It started small, but then it became an international sensation. Nothing's the same, man. The world's gonna know its name. And what's a name, man? I'm talking about Ingram One. Oh yes, I'm talking about Ingram One. There's a million things that will get done, but just you wait, just you wait. Now we're going on and starting on with the day. Let me introduce you to DJ George May. He's our DJ. He never knows how to quit it. And here's the part where I say, DJ George, man, hit it! Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Washington, D.C. Make some noise. Come on, Ingram One. How are we feeling? Our nation's capital. Here we are. Oh, man, if you chose one conference to come to, you chose well because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one. Now, by round of applause, who's been to an Ingram One conference before? Make some noise. Come on. Yeah. And who's joining us for the first time? Make some noise. Come on, where are you, rookie? Oh, well, welcome. Welcome. My name is James Cunningham. It's my honor and pleasure to be back as your host and master of ceremonies. I thought, we got to do something different. I know, let's have a white comedian rap. That'll be good, yeah. I think it went okay. Was it? Oh, hang on. Oh my God. Whoa. He's already tweeting. Hang on. Great opening. The man, James Cunningham, and gorgeous George, DJ George, are going to be rocking Ingram 1 in Washington this week. That's good. We got nicknames, George. That means he likes us. That's pretty good. Both my friend at Kanye West and I are huge fans. It's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. But why are James Tells Jokes and DJ George not staying at the Trump International Hotel, Washington? Sad. Maybe we offended him, George. I don't know. Hang on. He's still tweeting. Ingram Micro in town this week. Very excited. They bring great synergy. See, I know the Ingram logo. Okay, that's good. He knows that. That's pretty. Well. That being said, wondering why they didn't have one at the Trump International Hotel, Washington. Sad. Don't they know that's one of my recurring revenue streams? See, I know the Ingram logo. Wow, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a fantastic time hearing from our industry leaders across the channel and from around the world. If it's your first time, you are in for a treat. Our first speaker this evening is one of our TrustX Alliance partners. He's been with us since 2012. He's Jason Doherty from R2 United Technology. He's the Director of Sales and Partner of R2 in Boca Raton, Florida. They started with 3 employees, and now they've got 30. In 2016, they were the fastest growing technology company rated by the South Florida Business Journal. And in 2014, they were the Cisco Southeast SMB Partner of the Year. Put your hands together. Please welcome our first partner speaker, Jason Doherty. Hey, buddy. I've been quiet for so long.
Morning, everybody. Where are my Red Sox fans? It's great to celebrate another championship. I tried to get sympathy of being a Red Sox fan as a child from my Ingram team, and I got the, oh, stop it, you guys are spoiled, and we are. We're in the golden years. It's a beautiful thing. So anyways, listen, it's great to be up here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share our success story. So we've been a partner with TrustX back to the VTN days in 2012 and have invested a lot of time into the relationship. And we've seen some great benefit. I hope that you guys have as well. So I have the opportunity today to talk to you about the CrossFit Games. So we were selected as the provider to give a wired and wireless infrastructure to this year's games. And I'm going to talk you through our process because it's interesting. Whenever I talk to our customers about, who R2 is and what we are, what we grew up as, I talk to them about us being a converged data center provider. I talk to them about us being a big collaboration partner. I talk about us being an enterprise network partner. And now, of course, everyone's talking security, and we're a big security partner. But it's only until recently that I've talked about our expertise in wireless. And whenever I talk about wireless, or used to talk about wireless, I would say we kind of fell into it by luck. But now, I think when our customers ask me, what is our biggest differentiator, I would tell you wireless infrastructure, because we do a really, really good job of it. So here's kind of the irony. We actually grew up in the event business, and a majority of our business is the corporate business today. In fact, you'll see that we actually said goodbye to the event business temporarily. So we grew up in the golf world, and I got a picture of the Honda Classic, because a little known fact for those of us who do know R2 is that the Honda Classic was actually our very first customer. And so we performed the voice and data services and wireless for the Honda Classic as our opening act. And then it kind of translated into a bigger project for us. And so we've got a sister company, R2 Innovative Technologies, and they've developed the scoring software for the LPGA. So whenever you're at ESPN.com or LPGA.com, right, that's their application that they wrote, and that is riding our infrastructure. So we designed a Cisco wireless network that goes tournament to tournament globally and provides all of the connectivity across all of the golf courses that the LPGA play at. It comes back to our infrastructure locally, down to our data centers, and out to the global world. And so with our time inside of the golf world, we met a company called the Bruno Event Team. So a lot of these sports events are driven by this organization, right, who is in charge of running each event. So the Honda Classic was a customer, Allianz Championships, and we really met the Brutto event team doing the US Women's Open. And so I would say that an adjective we use at R2 about these events were that they're unique. They're challenging. The environments are challenging. It's not quite like working in a data center. It's a high-stress environment. You can imagine there is zero tolerance for downtime. And we've got a bunch of vendors coming in, people tripping over wires. And every now and then you have that occasional user who doesn't like the sound of the switch. So they decide to unplug it and power it down. That happened in the media center at the US Women's Open. You can imagine everybody freaked out. So as our business grew, as our corporate business grew, our ability to service these tournaments, as well as our corporate customers, started to stress. And so temporarily we decided to price ourselves out of that market and get out of the event market. And so that's probably about 5 years ago. But then, earlier this year, we got a call. And it was a Brno event team. And they told us that they were running the CrossFit Games and that they had a miserable experience last year. And they asked us if we were willing to get back into the business. And so what do? We say, sure. So we decided, though, to take a flight up to Wisconsin, where the CrossFit Games were held, and did a little site survey, spoke to them about what their needs were. And it was simply to provide wired and wireless access to 3,000 users, right, across 11 different venues, 164 acres, public access areas. Oh, and by the way, you've got 7 days to build up the infrastructure, 4 days for the event, and 2 days to take it down. In a temporary environment, and they wanted a fixed rate cost, surrounded by livestock. I'll get to that later. It's not a joke. And to take that area and convert it to a technology hub. We say yes. Great idea. So we go up and do a second site survey, this one with a little more detail. We notice that there's really no cabling infrastructure whatsoever. We think, okay, we're in Boca Raton, Florida. These guys are in Madison. It's going to be tough to get back and forth and still service our customers. We're facing a time crunch, right? For us, it would take way too much time and labor. And honestly, for us, we're not cabling experts, right? Structured cabling, not necessarily our game. We do it, not great at it. So we felt like if we were going to rush it, we'd make mistakes, and the quality would suffer. So on top of that, the deal that we struck with the CrossFit Games was that we would do it for 1 year, and we would give them a second-year option. But of course, kind of the R2 way, once we decide that we're in, we're all in. And so once we said yes, we decided, you know what, we're going to go for the big game, and we're going to go for year 2 and year 3 and year 4. And by the way, here was our team. Working really hard, aren't they? Those of you who know Jamie, don't you dare tell him I worked him in here. So we turned to TrustX. We had that 1-year deal with a second-year option. And for us, we were going to look at doing a permanent solution as far as cabling goes, but it didn't make sense because what if we didn't get year 2? What if things didn't go well? So on top of that, we were looking at a really aggressive wireless design, designed for a lot of density. So we got a layout of the previous year, and we felt like they just didn't have enough coverage, right? So all of our time had to be focused on designing, architecting, and delivering on the wireless solution. We also saw that the most critical area of service required the most structured cabling. And then in the end, we bet on TrustX and Managed Business Communications to help us deliver the best solution to the customer and to guarantee us years 2 and longer. Hello, Managed Business Communications. Now, ironically, Anthony and I met 3 years ago, 4 years ago maybe in Aspen, I believe. But I didn't know that he was part of this until Jamie told me. And so they ran with the project. We reached out to TrustX on May 9th, and Anthony immediately responded back to us, and we got to work. And so what do? You date. And so we had a few phone calls, did a little idea sharing, and painted a vision of what we were trying to deliver for the CrossFit Games. And then we asked Managed Business to turn this, speaking of livestock, that actually housed cows, Clydesdale horses, chickens, into this, a fully functional vendor area, trade show area for the CrossFit Games. Oh, by the way, They had 60 days to do it. Surprise. So they began immediately. They were confident that they understood the scope of what we were trying to accomplish, the criticality of its nature. It was very important for us, in order to deliver the right wireless services, to have a structured cabling infrastructure that we were confident in. But most importantly, the timeline. And in these environments, right, there's a lot of collateral damage. You've got a lot of manufacturers that are coming in, a lot of different vendors that are coming in. They're bringing their own technology. Oops, they tripped over a cable. Oops, they hit your switch. Oops, everything's broken. And you've got to be responsive, and you've got to be able to fix things in a timely manner. And they were. So here were some of the challenges they had to overcome. First and foremost, they owned this thing. They went right to the client immediately, scheduled a site visit, right? Gave us an accurate timeline of how they could deliver, and a quote immediately. We said yes, because you know what? It was clear to us with the ownership that they were taking, that they understood the spirit of Trust X and what we were trying to deliver to our customer, and they were on the same team as we were. So from there, managed business communications worked directly with the client. And let me tell you, that's no easy challenge. This is a client that has no idea about technology, literally doing shows. I think actually it was 2 or 3 weeks before that was the global Clydesdale show where the Budweiser Clydesdales were there. Imagine asking them a question and trying to get a straight answer. It's probably something like this. So on top of that, they had limited access to lifts, power, and equipment. Literally had to work around those Clydesdales and some cows, and had to prepare for an environment with heavy dirt and a lot of moisture, tons of sand everywhere. And by the way, they were working in grounds that had to be watered down daily. So making everything waterproof and being very sensitive to the environment was critical in making sure that we delivered on our promise to them. So the power of partnership. We love the fact that managed business communications owned this project from cradle to grave. We were literally hands off for 30 days while they went and did their thing. They coordinated with the customer, they met their time frames, and they provided pictures and reports on their work, just like you would expect to deliver to your customers. From a partner-to-partner thing, for us, that was unheard of. It also allowed us to walk into the environment and to know exactly what we were walking into before we even got there. And I think the most important piece of this is that they did this as you would have done it yourself. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when we outsource things, right, we get a little nervous because we know the quality that we want to deliver to our customers. And sometimes, guess what? People that we partner with sometimes let us down. In this case, not the case. It was an awesome relationship. We love the fact that they owned it and delivered great quality. And so their ability to execute allowed us to do what we do best. Deliver wired and wireless coverage here, and here, here and here. Into the stadiums, out to the training grounds. And because of their partnership and our team's ability to execute in the wireless world, we got an awesome recommendation from the CrossFit Games. Directly from the owner of CrossFit, your hand in the coordination of internet and Wi-Fi was amazing. Not only were you able to troubleshoot issues in a timely manner, you stayed ahead of the game by anticipating and being proactive with our needs. The communications you had with Tom were spot on, and we couldn't have asked for better. R2 Unified Technologies has raised the level of service that we've long sought, but too often fell short in finding. And so immediately after the conclusion of the CrossFit Games, they enacted our second-year option. And they're currently engaging us with different ideas on how to make the end-user experience better at the CrossFit Games. So on that note, I want to say thank you very much to Ingram Micro. You guys know what the relationship means to R2 and us in your organization. I always tell everybody it's about the people, and you guys have the best people. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Managed Business Communications, for making this event a success. It was an awesome event for us. Our team had a ton of fun doing it, and to be able to get raving reviews and to go forward with this project has been amazing. Guys, I hope you guys have a great conference. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Take care.
Hi, Mr. Doherty. Mr. Hi, how are you? Great speech. Just a little 2 seconds here. Hi, Secret Service. How'd you find that speech?
Was fun.
Yeah. Any problems?
A lot of people out there.
Characters?
They were looking at me weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, I got him. I got him right here. Okay. Okay. Just, do you mind, sir? Do
Oh,
you mind?
yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Good. Good.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sir.
Everybody's a suspect,
Good
apparently.
stuff. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I think we're good.
Someone
Okay.
ratted me
I
out.
think we're good. I think. Okay.
Oh,
Good.
oh,
Have a great day,
oh,
sir.
hey,
Thank you so much.
oh,
All
hey.
the best. Cheers.
Ooh, that was a
Okay.
bonus.
Good stuff. Jason Doherty. Good stuff. Thank you, sir. Just checking for stuff, making sure that everyone's safe and secure. Some describe our next speaker as a rainmaker. Some say he is the go-to guy for getting to yes. One thing's for sure, no one understands the infinite possibilities of the cloud better than him. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Please welcome Nimesh Davè.
You think I got?
What? Hang on. What is this? What is this? Is this a BlackBerry?
Yeah, it is.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's a BlackBerry.
Really? I'm going to have to confiscate this. This is
No,
Canadian
you can't do that.
history right here. Okay, I'll have a good speech, but I've got this back with me. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It'll
I'm
be
having
fine. It'll be
BlackBerry
fine.
withdrawal
I
already
got a
this
BlackBerry.
morning.
I got a BlackBerry.
Actually, I don't know who comes up with this stuff. They're trying to be funny in the morning. They intimidate you. They make you uncomfortable. So let's try to make everybody comfortable for a while, no? Everybody stand up for a second. Get comfortable. Get energized. Stretch it out a little bit. I'm not going to ask you to jump up and down because that could make you uncomfortable. People could break their ankles, and then I'd have a problem with Kirk later on, yeah? Okay, I'll let you sit down. Ready? Everybody sit down. Shh. I've always wanted to do that. First time I've accomplished it, so I'm very, very happy. Kirk, now I'm comfortable. Thank you very much, yeah? So thank you for that wonderful introduction. Thank you for your time. And most importantly, thank you for your partnership. For those of you that are following the Ingram Micro Cloud journey that started almost a decade ago, you've heard us coin a lot of terms. You've heard us talk about a lot of innovation. What I want to do is I want to take you through a small journey and then introduce you to some new concepts, some new things that we're bringing to market, which demonstrate our leadership in the industry and our commitment to innovation and our commitment to making every one of our partners successful. You've heard these words. You've heard the words of transformation and disruption. If you've heard them too many times, then stop talking about them because they've already happened. You've heard this word called evolution, and you've heard Ingram talk about revolutions. What I want to do today is I want to take you through those 5 phases. I want to take you to the end of the journey, which is called reality. The reality is cloud is here. Cloud is here to stay. And everybody in this room that's looking at their customers needs to help them on that journey. And it's not just about hybrid. It's not about technologies like blockchain. It's not about technologies like AI. It's about this concept of digitization. Digitization is everywhere. And the one other important thing is IP is everywhere. What does that mean? It means that every person develops something in their lifetime. Can you imagine the infinite possibilities if you could bring all of that development and all that capability to customers around the globe? One of the things we're going to talk about today is how we're going to do that. How your neighbor who's sitting beside you, who's developing IP, is going to take that IP to his neighbor in India. This is a revolution and this is a reality that we're bringing to you. Innovation, evolutions, data protection, monetization, and the most important thing, commercialization of your assets. Today, we're going to talk about how we're going to bring early-stage ISVs to you. What does that mean? How many people have been in this industry more than 25 years? Kirk has. You can put up your hand. Tim Hammett, right? 25 years ago, distributors were the ones who brought technology to market. We're the ones who found the new hard drive vendors. We're the ones who found the new circuit boards, motherboards, memory chips. Now, it's our role to bring new software to you. And that takes a different mindset. It takes a different viewpoint of how to get there. Because it's so prolific, and it's so far-reaching, and it's so fast-growing, that it's a challenge to understand which ones you should pick. In 2008, there were approximately 10,000 viable SaaS companies. You probably knew about 50 of them. In 2018, there was about 100,000 SaaS companies. You probably know 100 of them. In 2028, there will be 1 million SaaS companies. These are called viable SaaS companies. That is an unbelievable, unprecedented pace of growth. Could you imagine having to know 1 million different hardware vendors? Could you do it? Could you even imagine it? Why is this happening? Because the ability for you to create IP has become everywhere. Simply put it, IP is everywhere and anywhere. This is completely new. It's not the past, it's the future, and it's the reality. What does that mean? For people in this room that put together solutions every single day, and that's what you do, you create solutions for customers, you're now working in a world of millions and billions of solutions. And you need a partner that's going to help you get there. And a partner that focuses on you at the core, helping you to drive your business and helping you to succeed. As Kurt talked before, right, we've made about $500 million worth of investments at Ingram Micro over the last 10 years, acquiring IP, acquiring our own software assets, 750 software engineers writing code in multiple locations around the globe, investing more, not only for us, but for you, so you can depend on us to help you digitize your customers' businesses. And hopefully today we're going to prove that. We're not going to talk about things that we've done. We're going to talk about things that we're doing. And one of the things that's interesting about working at Ingram is that we don't actually talk a lot about them. We like to do them, and we like to do them for our customers and our partners. This IP, this digitization that's going on, it will affect everybody. And it probably has already affected everybody. Show of people in the room that are playing with the new iWatches or iPhones. How many people have an iPhone in this room? iPhone. Wow. It's over 60% probably has an iPhone. How many has an Android phone? Okay, 40%. Anybody got a BlackBerry? There's my Canadians. Hopefully he'll give me mine back. It's considered a national artifact at this point in time. It's vintage. Right? Vintage phones are also interesting. Interestingly enough, 10 years ago, when you first picked up your iPhone, would you have believed that your entire application world would revolve around a small device that big? Can you imagine that? Every part of your life revolves around that little screen. How did that happen? It's interesting. Imagine all these companies that are looking at all this IP, and their business is revolving around this IP. What would happen is if you could give them a screen as a provider that lets them manage all that IP as simple as an iPhone. And to know that the partner that's behind that is trustworthy and has access to the largest pool of SaaS applications on the globe. So I'm going to show you a real story. I'm going to invite my friend Gustavo Perez from Mexico City. He's the CEO and founder of Nearshore, approximately 5,000 employees. So let me introduce you to Gustavo. He's going to talk a little bit about his journey. Thank you, Gustavo.
Nimesh. Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning. Well, good morning. My name is Gustavo. I would like to share with you the story of our company. We started about 15 years ago, and we were a traditional IT company. We were selling hardware, we were doing software projects, and we were doing some staff augmentation. But then, in 2014, we had the idea of packaging some of the cloud solutions we were building. We put our solution in this package, and we grew our intellectual property. And then we start implementing our chatbot solution in different clients, such as HSBC in Mexico. And our business model changed a lot. It was a game changer for us because now we were doing projects, but we have our own cloud-based solution using machine learning, artificial intelligence, great analytics. We started growing a lot. Now we have operations in US, in Mexico, and South America. Let me share a little bit how we did this. First, we put our cloud and chatbot solution, and we started implementing it with WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, web, SMS, and mobile apps. And we started putting Microsoft Azure and IBM Watson and some other APIs all together in our solution with our intellectual property. We started connecting our solutions to the backend system of our clients. And pretty powerful stuff started happening. We can do very interesting analytics and some other things like that. If you think about the business implications of rolling out cloud solutions with this kind of disruptive technologies, exponential technologies, let me give you an example for the chatbots we're implementing in some of the banks. If you need to do something with the bank, most of the times you think of calling, and you might spend 15 minutes on the phone trying to get an answer properly, just a couple of simple questions. With the chatbot, now for HSBC Mexico, it can answer more than 900 questions. It solves 97% of the frequent asked questions, and it's a game changer because instead of spending 20 minutes on the phone, it can answer you in less than a minute. If we talk about retail and e-commerce, we're implementing as well the cloud and chatbot solutions to make it easier to shop and to increase the customer experience. And we will show you a short video with some of our solutions. Can we please play the video?
Nearshore Delivery Solutions is an ISV that has generated a variety of cognitive solutions. Chatbots are a crucial element of our proven success. With the help of artificial intelligence, they power faster, more cost-effective customer service interactions. In e-commerce, companies such as Ingram Micro are able to share information about products and services through this interactive bot. They can also help users with their whole shopping experience. For the financial sector, they can give details about opening hours and branch locations. They can even create or help manage accounts. All these unique chat solutions represent Nearshore's intellectual property. By embracing the potential of cognitive computing, a chatbot can take the technology to a whole new level. An easily scalable solution that delivers quick ROI while reducing training costs. Chatbots are available at all times, solving customer issues 24/7. They can hold more than 16,000 conversations at once, freeing up call center capacity for more specific queries. When it comes to clients, companies require constant adaptation to satisfy their needs. That's where chatbots come in, simplifying the adaptation to new trends and revolutionizing the way we interact with clients. As a result, there's a constant improvement stemming from the analysis of high amounts of feedback. This is not a futuristic fantasy. It is critical for today's decision makers to understand that cognitive chatbots are an enterprise-ready technology. They are available now, with their quality and effectiveness improving every moment of every day.
Well, we are still doing the selling hardware and the software projects and the staff augmentation, but this is a really exciting new business unit. So I would strongly recommend to partner up with Ingram Micro because as you develop your own IP, you can put it in their marketplace and they will help you out a lot, not only in the commercial side, but on the technical side and working with the Microsoft, IBM, and all these really huge players. Finally, I would like just to share that we donated a chatbot project for a very important telethon in Mexico. because it's not only for business purposes, but this chatbot is going to help raise money for kids with disadvantages. And it's also very important for us because we think that artificial intelligence can have a nice face, you know. We only hear about, you know, optimization and things like that, but imagine what it can do for a telethon in order to help raise more money for the kids. So thank you very much for the invitation. I'll be around in the Ingram Micro Cloud downstairs later on. Nimesh, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. So he's a pretty modest guy, by the way. He's 34 years old. He has 5,000 employees. Built the business from scratch and now is moving that business not only from BPO and traditional enterprise hardware where he's got some of the largest customers, but he's really moving into becoming a software provider. And that's an interesting story because he's now able to take something that they developed and he's able to commercialize it in all of the Latin and Spanish-speaking countries that Ingram Micro exists in. It's also available in English. We can see that we're actually using it as Ingram Micro in Mexico ourselves. So it's a great opportunity as you're developing things to also bring them to market. So how do we make this happen? None of this happens without the reality of what's called a platform. So Ingram has the privilege, right, of being not only the best solution aggregator in the world, but we're also a software development engineering firm. Many of you have heard about this. This is our Cloud Blue platform, where we're able to generate digital marketplaces for big customers, small customers, and a lot of customers. Overall, we manage about 30 million seats in total. The numbers keep growing. A couple of billions of dollars worth of subscription revenue, and it continues to grow. And now we're adding significantly new features and functionalities, not only in the marketplace that you're used to using, but in the marketplaces of the future. Why are we doing this? We're doing this again because we believe that digitization is everywhere and it presents an unprecedented opportunity for the people in this room. Whether you're a systems integrator today or a traditional vendor, you will ultimately be an IP owner. So we want to be ahead of that curve and we want to be there with you. We're also happy today to announce something that's revolutionary for Ingram Micro. We're launching a program today called Comet. Comet is a program that we're running with a company called Mass Challenge. They're one of the largest incubators in the world. And we will be running a competition around the globe to go and find the best new ISV software. We're going to go through a qualification process of thousands of different ISVs in different territories and countries to bring good technology to market. We believe in the cases of the customers in here that have their own IP, you can also become a part of that challenge where we'll help you take products to market just like we are with Gustavo. This is something different. It's not what you'd expect, but what you can be sure is that you'll continue to see the unexpected from Ingram. We're going to continue to evolve this for you, and not only introducing Comet, but introducing, as part of our three-pronged strategy, the ability to leverage a hyperscale platform in a completely different way to access an ecosystem. So we are also introducing for our customers significant changes in your user experience. Roll the video. Many of you may have noticed that the Ingram Micro Marketplace is evolving. It works on any device, anytime, any place. Your customers can run it, you can manage it, we can manage it, we can help you through the journey. We're making it easy to consume anything. And you'll see more and more things coming in that marketplace, all as part of our commitment to continue to evolve the user experience and the way you drive your business. But this is just the beginning. We're not only adding new UX features for our customers, we're adding new programs and new capabilities. We're creating one convenient destination for you to consume all of your SaaS and infrastructure as a service at scale. But we're introducing even more. As we bring this new technology and these new SaaS applications to you, we're bringing all of the digital IP that you need in terms of marketing, demand generation, also to what's called Partner Hub. This is a preview that we're giving out to just you. The first products will launch in our Middle Eastern territory for 10 countries in the month of November, and we'll be rolling this out across the globe. This is also part of our Mass Challenge, but also part of an amazing innovation that we're bringing to market. The ability for any partner, big or small, to be able to self-board yourself into all of Ingram Micro's marketplaces and into all of the marketplaces of our customers who are running the Cloud Blue platform. This means that you yourself, if you create a solution, could actually submit it, and through a process which takes approximately about 4 hours, could launch a SaaS application in multiple geographies and territories. So we're not only going to be in a supplier relationship, many of you could end up becoming a software provider to the person next to you or the person in another one of Ingram's countries. So I'm going to show you a really quick preview of this. This is being released in the Middle East first, and this is the process that we actually took Gustavo's company through to load the NDS bot in our marketplace. Roll the video, please.
Today, hundreds of thousands of partners offer business products through millions of buying channels. And the numbers keep growing. Routes to markets have become disconnected, fragmented, and increasingly difficult to penetrate. We set out to change that with Ingram Micro's new Connect. Building the one ultimate destination where partners can thrive, the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace. To get started, go to ingrammicrocloud.com, create your new Connect account, and build your product offering by defining the features, plans, and pricing, and then choosing from nearly 50 available country marketplaces. Once certified, you can launch your product within days. Next, you'll create your sales and marketing assets in our hub, which will be promoted to and leveraged by Ingram Micro's massive and growing network of more than 200,000 resellers. Resellers can use playbooks to quickly learn and sell your product. They'll also be able to promote your product with targeted marketing campaigns, including email, landing page and lead form creation, social media syndication, and much more. By embracing the entire product lifecycle, Connect is forever changing how vendors develop, distribute, and market their products. Are you ready to connect?
Innovation. At the heart of everything we do for all of our customers, we innovate for you. And this is just one of many innovations you're going to continue seeing from Ingram Micro to help you succeed in the platform economy. What did we bring in the short period of time since we started this program? We start to bring partners into the system and the ecosystem with simplicity and ease. That means we're able to add more SaaS applications and partners faster than anybody else on the globe. And we're going to continue to do this in a curated fashion to help you succeed. Because it's not only about hardware in the future and the client, but it's about how you create and aggregate solutions for your customers. With the explosion of IP and SaaS solutions everywhere, there's a new golden age of the channel coming. Right? Many people have talked about the channel being disintermediated. The channel gets stronger and stronger and stronger because the complexity of the solutions we manage together are growing, not decreasing. But how do you turn this infinite potential into a revolution? You need to partner with a company that focuses on investments in platforms, $75 million a year in incremental R&D into platform technology, 750 engineers and growing in multiple geographies, investing so you don't have to invest, so your business is successful every single day. Please roll the video. This is how you leverage scale.
This is a platform, but it's also a powerful engine for accelerating growth and new opportunities in an everything digital economy. This is speed to market, driven by automation, fueled by unlimited potential. On a hyper-flexible, hyper-connected, hyper-scalable digital platform, reducing time to launch cloud services and accelerating your revenue. This is 28 million monthly subscriptions, trillions of transactions, supporting 80,000 resellers in over 50 countries. This is business, expanding and innovating in an infinite ecosystem. Beyond just software as a service, this is the full power of the subscription economy, monetizing and selling anything as a service to anyone. This is e-commerce experiences delivered, managed, serviced, and supported with market-ready products, proven tools and technology, as well as streamlined billing and provisioning. This is enterprise leading, connected to over 200 cloud services, accelerating the as-a-service economy, powering the world's 30 largest cloud marketplaces. This is big business, small business. Let's change the world business. This is your business accelerated with proven business acceleration services. This is the power of the platform. Increase revenue, lower cost, accelerate time to market, monetize and service, reduce risk, and increase scale. This is Cloud Blue.
So if you haven't learned about the platform or you don't have a platform strategy, I'd encourage you that during the next 72 hours, have a conversation about it. It works for small businesses, it works for large businesses. You can work with us through any of the variations, and we'll help you be successful. It also gives me pleasure, today to announce the next Cloud Summit 2019, Cloud Summit X, which will surely be our biggest cloud summit. It's going to be in San Diego. We invite you all to attend, and it's going to be a celebration of sorts. Because it is our 10th anniversary. It is our X. And there'll be some amazing things that we're going to share with you there to help you be successful and digitize your customers and win with Ingram Micro. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for your partnership. And most importantly, thank you for your business.
I am really sorry about this. We scanned the BlackBerry, and you are absolutely zero security threat. No problem at all.
Thank you.
That's,
zero security threat.
a lot of videos on wine and tennis. Wow. Not a security threat at all. Nimesh, Davè, wonderful job again. The potential of the global cloud. Loud and proud, that global crowd. Guys, we having fun this morning? Come on, Washington, D.C., Ingram Micro 1. Make some noise out there. Come on.